G'day. Hey. How are you, mate? It's been a while. See you, man.
How's it going?
Hey, man, how are ya? Yo, what is up, guys? Today, we're going to be going on a little bit of a group ride day trip with the Pakenham Street Riders all the way up to Nearham South. And I've left my keys in my pocket. Okay, that was a bit of a rush to get started, as it always is, especially when I've got the extra burden of getting the mic connected and making sure audio is working, all of that garbage. Man, this is going to be an awesome day. This is the first decently sized group ride I've been on in a very long time. And decently sized it is. We've got such a vast variety of bikes with us today, various skill levels. So it's just a chill, easy group ride. There isn't going to be too much funny business, which is honestly a good thing, especially when you're riding in a group. Oh, mate, I'm so keen to have a chat with all these guys, and most importantly, get out on the bikes with them as we're doing right now. How awesome. There is something very fun about being in a big group of riders. There's a feeling of safety. You know that people are going to see you a lot better than if you're on your own. There's that sense of camaraderie you get, and it's just, you know, it's what riding's about. It's that community feel where everyone just hops on their bikes and are united by the fact that we're all on two wheels. It's different to commuting, which is what I typically exclusively do on this motorbike. And one of my recent videos, I promised you guys that I was going to get out here and reignite my flame for the Ninja 400. And I think this counts, because we're riding for the sake of riding. We're not trying to commute anywhere. We're on this beautiful route. It is a bit damp, unfortunately, as it rained all of yesterday, but the weather today looks good. We just have to be very aware of the fact that out in the hills, the rain takes a couple of days to dry out. So the roads are still going to be quite slick. This is Lockie, everyone. You good? What's happening with Lockie? Anyway, so we're going to go through, so we started in Pakenham, we're heading through to Launching Place, through Powell, and then ending up in Nearham South. And taking this route means we're just avoiding that whole boring freeway ride, and we get to ride through beautiful roads such as these. But I do think we should stop for Lockie. Oh, but these roads are so nice. I want to stop, but Josh is kind of... Oh, these turns are beautiful, but I don't have a lot of confidence because the roads are damp. Ah! Wait. Josh. Pull over. Pull over. Okay, I've lost sight of both my dad and Lachlan. Lachlan is on the same bike he bought 5 years ago. That is some proper loyalty. I've been riding for about a year now, and I've switched between 3 different bikes. But that is a 2018 Honda CBR 650F. And as soon as he got his full license, he went ahead, got it tuned, de-restricted. So now it is a pretty zippy bike to ride around on, I'd imagined. It'd probably be quite comparable to my dad's GSR 600 now, although those CBR 650Rs and the 650F, which is what Lockie has, that is the 650R's predecessor, they're quite heavy. I do wish the roads weren't as damp so I could have a little bit more fun with them. I know some people are strictly of the belief that wet roads are fine, and I don't know, these tires are a little old, I don't trust them. I have very little confidence with wet roads, so it's hard to enjoy myself as nearly as much as I would be if it was completely dry. Especially given the fact that out here, although the roads are stunning, It is quite rural, and what that means is you've got a lot of gravel, tree branches, obstacles obstructing the road. So it's even less reason to give it the beans when it's damp and slick. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's so beautiful, man. Although, where are Lockie and my dad? Where are they, man? Oh. I pulled my front brake mid-corner there. Not hard at all. And I was going quite slow, so it wasn't of concern, but I've got to get used to approaching the corner with the correct corner speed so that I can make as few adjustments as possible while in the corner. There he is. There's Lockie. No visual on my dad yet, though. God, that bike sounds good. Wait. Any idea where my dad is?
Oh, I'm saying.
Was he behind you?
No, I got flash. Oh, I thought because the Chris guy gave me a flash before I took off.
Oh, okay. Why did you stop?
Me?
Huh?
Wasn't he behind you when you passed me?
Yeah. So, but I don't think he passed you.
Why didn't you take off when you took off?
Yeah, why did you wait, by the way?
The guy. Oh, hang on, Sarah's calling.
I think he turned that way. I'll go collect them, you go.
And in my haste to get my phone back in my pocket, I disconnected my microphone, so we're back to a voiceover. Anyways, I checked my phone. I realized that my dad was actually pretty close. He had taken one incorrect turn as a result of falling behind the rear pack leader. What I decided to do was just quickly go grab him and hopefully catch up with the group at the next stop. So back to country roads, there are certainly some pros to them. They've got a really high speed limit compared to the suburbs. Like, these are 2-lane roads, 1 lane each way, and they'd have speed limits of 100 kilometers an hour, which is crazy. If this was closer to the metro area, these roads would not be over 60 kilometers an hour. They're obviously really beautiful to ride along. The scenery, the sights, the smells, it's so fresh and exciting compared to the suburbs. There's much less traffic, so you don't have to worry about cars as much, and there are really nice curves compared to that grid layout you get in a city or a suburb, which has to cater to massive populations. They're just kind of get you from A to B through some really nice hills, and because of that, the roads are really windy, twisty, and there are really nice curves that you get to ride along. Unfortunately, not everything is rainbows and sunshine. There are a few cons, and I think the biggest con of this trip is how long it takes the road to dry. I didn't anticipate just how damp the roads would be, especially when the sun was out and shining like it was that day. The lanes are also much skinnier, so when you're taking a corner, you're actually, quite concerned about an oncoming car drifting into your lane, or perhaps taking a corner, misjudging it, and then going off a cliff. And being the country, the number of potholes is just ridiculous. Like, every corner has a hidden pothole somewhere along it, and it's a bit like a minefield. Combine that with the fact that there are going to be heaps of obstacles everywhere, tree branches, dirt, other hazards along the road like wildlife, which actually I'm going to put in right here because there were some kangaroos. And then also add in the fact that it's wet, and you've just kind of got this recipe for disaster. So it's definitely not the safest roads to ride along. So again, I have ridden these roads before. I just didn't anticipate how much the dampness would tarnish my experience. That being said, I still had an absolute blast, and I will release part 2 next, and that's got me riding in a bit more of a spirited fashion, and I'll lay a voiceover of my thought process over that video. but I did manage to still have a lot of fun and kind of increase my confidence and my exposure to a more spirited style of riding. I somehow caught back up to the group, but obviously I managed to leave my dad miles behind me in the process. When he eventually caught up, I decided that we should probably turn around and head home. We still had plenty of more road to get through. We were going to stop for lunch at a pub, and then we had the whole way back to enjoy too, and I was going to miss all of that. But I'd rather my dad enjoyed his ride and had a buddy to cruise home with. And he did tell me to just go on without him, and he'd turn around and head home, but I think I would have just felt guilty the whole rest of my journey, so I went home with him. And honestly, that man is the embodiment of the phrase, ride your own ride. I don't think I would have the patience that he has. If I was falling behind, I would probably do something stupid and try and keep up with the group and end up in a ditch or wrapped around a tree somewhere. So it takes a great level of maturity to quell your ego, accept the fact that you're not going to be able to keep up with the group, even if it is a slightly slower pace, and to just ride it how you feel comfortable riding it. So, massive respect and admiration towards my dad for setting his boundaries and not allowing any form of peer pressure to get to him.
I hear him. That sounds like him. There he is. I feel bad for you, man.
I'm enjoying my age.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm looking forward to the next one, which has footage of that more spirited riding I was talking about. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I will catch you on the next one.
You say you got them guns, but I've never seen you bang. You say you got them drugs, but I've never seen